With 2022 becoming a massive L for Marvel content, with none of the movies reaching a box office of $1 billion. The question we have all been asking since Avengers Endgame is it time for Marvel to end it all? Or will this one movie in particular, which is setting up Phase 5, will this be the movie that puts Marvel back in its track again? Obviously, we are taking a look at Ant-Man Quantumania, which is going to be released soon in February 2023. And while you're here, go down and click the like button as that would gladly help me out a lot. Anyways, back to Ant-Man. Will it finally be the first Marvel movie since 2022 to break box office records with it hitting 1 billion? Comment down below if you think it will. So now, before we predict if it's going to hit 1 billion, let's take a look at what makes a movie great. What gives it that jazz that brings everyone from all over the world to come and view, therefore exploding box office records. The last movie that hit 1 billion in the box office was Spiderman No Way Home. What made that movie so great? It's simple: fan service and great writing. If we take a look at the Phase 4 shows, we see that the show with multiple cameos, also known as She-Hulk, was arguably the worst show in Phase 4, with Ms. Marvel being claimed as one of the best Marvel shows to hit Disney+. Why did Ms. Marvel succeed and She-Hulk decline? First of all, Ms. Marvel has terrific writers, and they knew what story to go for, and also there are barely any cameos except weird moments such as she being a mutant, which I still don't agree with, by the way. Anyways, the story plays out perfectly. It's not clouded with comedy like Thor, and it's not rushed like Moon Knight. We get the origin, the climax, the resolution, but in a proper way, with it being fully played out, giving us emotional connection to the character, whereas She-Hulk was just rushed, it was just mainly comedy, and the story was all over the place, with none of it making sense. Now, back to Spider-Man No Way Home. Fan service is also important. People want to see a good story unfold, with villains and cameos they would like to see. I know seeing cameos in every movie is going to get a bit boring, and like Doctor Strange 2, it didn't age well. However, maybe only include cameos where the story fits into. Unlike Doctor Strange, where the movie is basically about Scarlet Witch, even though it's called Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So, with you knowing what makes a movie great, let's talk about Ant-Man Quantumania now. Is the villain cameo story good, or does it feel forced? Let's talk about the villain first. So we know Kang the Conqueror is appearing in this movie as the villain, and I actually like that, as the first movie in Phase 5 already foreshadows the next Avengers big bad. We get to be introduced to a massively great villain and his backstory and why he wasn't here during Endgame and previous movies. We also explore more of the quantum realm, which could lead into them finding a way to bring the multiverse to the MCU, with having like different Iron Man variants and such. Next, the cameo. Is the cameo good? Now, this is the spoilery bit, so be warned. In the trailer, which I really hope they didn't show us, but it's there and there's nothing we can do now. So in the scene, we can see that MODOK is actually the Yellow Jacket, the villain from Ant-Man 1. What happened to him? And in this movie, we are going to find out. I also hope they don't kill MODOK in this movie, as I want him to be a recurring villain for future movies, as he could be great. With him also reintroducing AIM to the MCU, who knows what could happen. Now, the story. So the story is basically Cassie sends a signal to Cam, they all get teleported into the quantum realm, they go through adventures, MODOK, etc. until they reach the climax, which is Ant-Man fighting Kang, creating multiple variants of himself, etc. to him being killed in the trailer, which they tried to make us think that would happen. Now, I feel like Ant-Man could actually die in this movie. With this being his third movie, being a trilogy, this could be a way to end him off in a great way. With him being dead, this introduces us to an intense villain that will definitely make more impact in the Avenger movies. With him being able to kill an Avenger, we know that Kang is actually serious now, unlike Thanos or previous big bads. So in my professional opinion, I 100% think this movie will at least hit 1 billion. in the box office and bring Marvel back on its track. Let me know your opinion in the comments down below, and while you're down there, please do go ahead and click the subscribe button and like button, as that would gladly help me out a lot and the future of my channel. If you'd like to know what the new rebooted DCU could look like, you can watch the video on the right.